Thank you very much. I want to say a couple of things before I get into my testimony. First of all, I called home about an hour ago and I told my wife and daughters that I was going to give some testimony to this august body. And I told her that there was a cardinal. And as a young Catholic boy growing up, she said, just make sure you watch your language. So I'll do that. Before I also get into my testimony, I want to acknowledge some folks that are here. Someone who, in my view, is an unsung hero of the Clean Car Wash campaign, and that's John Hyatt, the former General Secretary of the AFL-CIO, and now the Chief of Staff to President Rich Trumka. It was John that came to Pittsburgh and talked to me about this and set our heart on fire that this was something that we needed to do. And then I also want to acknowledge all of the brave men and women who testified here and to acknowledge their courage and their commitment, while I simultaneously recognize the members of our union who, from the time that we announced that we wanted to be part of this campaign, stepped forward, and a lot of them are here today, and I want to acknowledge them too. I want to say that the testimony that I just heard, in particular from the workers, is both humbling and enraging. And as I sat there, I came here from Pittsburgh, and I had on a sweater over top of this shirt, and I had a sports coat over top of the sweater. And I kept getting warmer and warmer. And then I realized it had nothing to do with my clothes. It had everything to do with what I was hearing. So what I want to do right now at this very moment is I want to personally say that as the President of the United Steelworkers of America, representing 1.2 million active and retired workers in 4 different countries, that I see myself as an absolute partner in this Clean Car Wash campaign, and I want to I just hope this shirt is made in America. Our union, the Steelworkers Union, is fully committed to help the car wash workers in Los Angeles form a citywide car wash union and to raise standards throughout the industry. These workers understand that they need rights built right into their workplaces to enforce standards of decency, respect, and safety. And that is why they and we are fighting for a union and collective bargaining. Without a union contract, car wash workers will have to continue filing wage claim after wage claim, lawsuit after lawsuit, and industry-wide standards will be nothing but a lost dream. Standards in the industry must be raised and preserved, not only for the benefit of workers, but so that responsible owners are not placed at a competitive disadvantage. Paying workers a fair wage and providing them with safe working conditions should not endanger the success of a business. That is why we are fighting to ensure that all car wash owners in this city abide by decent standards, including respecting workers' rights to organize a union, free from intimidation and harassment. Workers' rights are modern-day civil rights, and we should not forget that. I am pleased that an industry representative joined us today so they could hear firsthand from workers how the industry operates in LA. Responsible car wash owners surely don't want to be forced to compete with rogue owners who routinely undermine decent wage, overtime, and safety and health standards. I know that the residents of Los Angeles don't want to get their cars washed at facilities where the owners profit by abusing their workers. So all of us have a common purpose in correcting this very widespread problem of unlawful, unjust, and unsafe conditions in the Los Angeles car washes. I can say for me sitting there, it was painful to hear some of the testimony and some of the personal experience that I heard. But it was even more painful to sit there and to know that for every one person that spoke, there are probably 1,000 that went through the same thing. And in this society, as the mayor said, in this day and age, no one should have to put up with that kind of, I almost used a bad word. God, I came close. No one should have to put up with that stuff in order to attempt to earn a living. People ought to be able to go to work with their head held high, with dignity, and know that at the end of the day they're going to go home safe and that they're going to have made some money for the hard work that they've done, and they should not have to worry about a rash on their hands. So today, in front of all of you, I want to recommit that myself and our union, with our district director, Bob LaVenture, here, to tell you that we will fight, as we do so often, one day longer, so that workers get a union that they deserve, improved job conditions, industry-wide standards that not only will benefit them, but will also benefit our community. Our union has a proud history of fighting for the rights of low-wage and immigrant workers. People may not remember, most of us were not around. The Steelworkers Union was formed by organizing immigrant workers from Eastern Europe, black and white, breaking the racial divide and bringing together people so that they could climb from poverty to the middle class. And there's no reason why a car wash worker shouldn't be able to climb from poverty to the middle class by the decency of the hard work that they do under safe conditions, and our union is committed to doing that. I want to say that it really is a tragedy that in this day and age people have to attempt to survive that way. In the Steelworkers Union, we have a two-phase plan. First, we want all car wash owners to have union contracts which obligate them to comply with basic legal and other minimum workplace standards for workers. Second, once that is achieved, we want to negotiate contracts across this city that actually elevate those standards from minimal levels to a point at which car wash workers can finally enjoy the promise of good wages and good conditions. As I said, it is not enough if workers who labor for years in hot, wet, chemical-laden, back-breaking car washes never enjoy more than the rock-bottom legal minimum standards. That is not enough. They, their families, and our communities deserve more, in particular from owners who are profiting at the expense of their hard work. And we know that until the entire industry in this city is organized, we can't reach that higher level. But we are committed to reaching it, and time is of the essence. In justice, in dignity, in danger are conditions that simply can no longer wait. They have to be changed. Therefore, we will continue to organize until every car wash worker in LA is part of our great union. As a first step towards better industry, we urge the Western Car Wash Association to officially endorse the Clean Car Wash Agreement and recommend that its members sign it and thereby commit themselves to comply with minimum standards, respect workers' rights, and to organize a union. I'm pleased that the representative of the Western Car Wash Workers is here, and we're pleased to have our negotiators meet with them right after the meeting. So thank all of you for being here. Thank you for your commitment to hear us. Thank you for your thoughtful presentations that you will make to us later. And as was said by one of my heroes, si se puede.
Sí se puede.